YouTube's been acting really, really weird lately. So let's just figure out the algorithm and go from there. Woo! Guys, welcome to Can't Read Market Talk. The date today is the 19th of June, 2020. Tomorrow is my son and my mom's birthday on the same day. I don't think my mom could have asked for a better birthday present than a grandson. So today is June 19th, 2020. It is Friday. It's the end of the trading week. And man, I kind of did a little bit of bad this morning. I ended up buying two big stocks that took two big drops today, and nobody panic, nobody freak out. I picked up two stocks today, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on those two stocks. So what I might even do is sign in. I'm going to sign in. Let's go to Article Scan. I might even sign in and create another Yahoo Finance page with stock tickers that we're buying on the show, so you guys could track it with me, and we could see how we do with the stocks that I purchased. So, okay, guys, today I'm going to teach you guys a little bit of a trick. I don't recommend that you do this unless you're looking to lose money, okay? If you don't want to lose money, then now I'm going to teach you how to gamble on the stock market, okay? Now, a lot of people saying, oh, Mike, this is gambling. It's not. Yeah, to a degree, yes, you could call it gambling if you like. You can. You could call it whatever you want. But let me give you a little bit of information here on what I do. Okay, guys? Do not do this without being expected to lose any money. So what I do is I usually go here. Okay. In the mornings, if I feel lucky, I go here, and then I go to trending tickers, most actives, stock gainers, stock losers. So what I do usually is I go to the losers, and I pick a loser, okay? And I bought two big losers today that are down like 33%, okay? So this morning, I started looking at companies and kind of feeling around. Pathfinder is saying Mike Martin's today is called a third watching hour in the market. It occurs 4 times a year and is high volatility due to the contracts expiring. Check it out on Wikipedia. No, you're right. You're right. So I picked up two dangerous stocks today that we're adding to our online live portfolio. So I picked up BNP. So what is BNP? BNP is Boavista Energy Corporation. So let's go to it right now. The stock is right here. It is 14-cent stock. It is down 7 cents from the morning. It's down 33.3%. I looked at the 5-day. It was sitting at 22 up until Thursday. So, like Pathfinder said, there could be a lot of movement in the markets. So I spent $2,000 buying that stock this morning at 14 cents, and I'm not expecting it to blow up in the next 2 or 3 days. But if it could go back to even where it was, or even 19 cents, I'd be very, very happy, man. But there it is right there. So I picked up Boavista Energy Corporation, BNP.to. Remember, guys, do not buy these risky stocks unless you're willing to lose the money. Don't play games with your future, okay? This is money that I've built and I've curd and this and that and in the markets and accumulating and building on the swings. So look at that. I'm down a half a cent. No, I'm down a cent. I'm down at 1.5 cents. So there it is, guys. So do not risk this stuff. So I bought Boavista Energy. I don't see the company getting unemployed. It is definitely a hold on Google here, on Yahoo Finance. Sorry, it's definitely a hold. And they are a corporation acquires, develops, and holds interests in natural gas liquids. It was founded in 1997. It's headquartered in Calgary. So there may be acquisitions and purchases. So watch out for this one, guys. This is very dangerous territory we're talking here this morning, okay? So be careful, okay? So there's Boavista. Yeah, I do trade penny stocks from time to time. Not a lot, but I mean, look at the 5-day on this one. So, I mean, look at the month. It was at 34 cents. Let's look at it. Let's look at its maximum. Look at this. $37. Holy smokes. Buy it for 1 cent, and I'm not saying it's going to go to, it won't even nearly ever fathom go back to that much ever again. But if it could go back, I'm being realistic, boys. So if it could go back to 20 cents, I make $800, $900 off my $2,000 initial investment, right? So that's what I want you guys to see. Very risky stock trading. Very big swing, risky stock trading. And that's what I do. So we got Afzal Khan in the house, Lord Humungus in the house, BC Matrix in the house. So guys, this morning I'm teaching you guys what I do and how I made quite a bit of money gambling in the stock market. Like you guys call it gambling. This is what gambling is to me. So let's go back down. So we got this stock that I'm looking at Bombardier. Bombardier is down 2 cents. And if you look at the last before COVID, it was sitting at $1.20. Okay. So that's another stock I'm looking at right now. Was it $1.78? Is that before COVID? Yes. It was sitting at about $2 before COVID, and now it's at 47 cents. And yes, it is a very risky stock, and it's definitely a hold. And it's got 53,900 employees. Bombardier, together with its subsidiaries, manufactures, sells transportation equipment worldwide. The company operates in 2 segments, aviation and transport. The aviation segment designs, manufactures, and markets business jets. So business jets are actually on business jet rentals, and business jet purchases are actually going up. I heard it on Bloomberg Radio this morning. I thought they were lying. I went into it and I checked it out. I'm like, wait, what? Private jets, even used private jets and stuff, are being bought up. People scared of the COVID. So families, it's not rock bands, it's not sports people. It's Lord Humungus said the only thing Bombardier made that was good was a jet ski. So this is what I do. I go into Yahoo Finance. I pick the biggest losers. You could go into Yahoo Finance Australia. You could go to Yahoo Finance in the States, and you could pick up the biggest losers, and I gamble. I do it a lot, guys. All these there's one here, this exploration one I bought. So I bought BNP for 2 large this morning, down 33% at 14 cents, and I also bought. There it is. Now, guys, brace yourselves for this one. Price yourselves at this one. I bought this one on a whim, but I only bought $1,000 worth, and it's a pharmaceutical. It's down a 0.005% of a percent, 0.005 of a cent or something. No, that's 10, 100. Yeah, 0.005 of a cent. 500s? No, that's ones, tens, thousands. Yeah, okay. So there it is right there. It's down big time. So I picked it up at 1 cent. Now let's look at the 5-day. It was up at 0.12. Now let's look at the 1 month. So this is my home run stock. I put $1,000 into this damn thing. I bought 1,000 shares. 1,000 shares in this company. Pay attention, okay? I lose $1,000, but how close could you get if this pharmaceutical company gets bought out or something happens, and this thing goes back to 5 cents? Now let's go back to the heyday of the stock. Let's go back to the heyday. Look at the heyday of the stock. I'm not saying it's going to go back there. Do your own research. This is just gambling on my part, okay, guys? This is how I gamble. So, look at this. $1.10. Something could turn around in the pharmaceutical industry. I said, you know what? $1,000. I picked it up this morning, $1,000. I did not set a sell on it. I'm just going to leave it. If it goes to zero and it goes bankrupt, who cares? Whatever. It's $1,000. But this is the closest I'll ever get and a very big return here. So there it is right there. 1 cent stock. Picked it up this morning. Very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous what I did here. But you know what, guys? I did it because I'm nuts. And if this thing could go even to, I mean, I'd be happy if it goes to 4 cents or 3 cents to its peak in April 16, 2020. It goes back to 3 cents. I make $2,000 profit. I could have, you know, I'm just kind of throwing this really dangerous. Like if you got $100 to spare, okay, and you buy this for a cent, you buy 10,000 shares. I would say maybe just take your time. It's got a lot of full-time employees. It is in Calgary and is a clinical stage biotechnological company, develops, manufactures, and commercializes blood-derived cell therapies for medical conditions. It develops cell therapy products for patients' own blood, a relatively non-invasive source of therapeutic cells. So I picked that up there, so there it is. So I put that on the list here. Now let's look at last week's stocks we were looking at, okay? I did short General Electric, so let's take a look at GE right now. Okay, let's open another one. Oh man, what was the Bombardier? What was the there it is. I want to keep an eye on Bombardier today because I think it might go down another cent. So I'm keeping my eye on Bombardier. Okay, let's go to this one here. So let's go to last week's stock. So let's go to General Electric. I shorted it last week. And let's look at the last 5-day. Yeah, it was, I think it was at, what was I at? Shorted it out when it was up here. Hold on, 5 days. No, I got to go into the month. No, it's been more than 5 days since I shorted it. Yeah, I think it was around June 15. I shorted it at 766 to sell to, yeah, I set my position for a week. So I got to just go in later and see if it sells. I think I bought it around 1 p.m. So hopefully I do make a little bit off that one there. Yeah, I did not short it up here at $8. No friggin' way. But I did it around 760, 758 or something. I'm going to check. I did a very, very short on that, a 1 week option on that one. So let's go to now the one that Lord Humungus was talking about the other week. So let's go to New Gold, guys. We were talking about New Gold, remember? New Gold's resources. No, that's Nova Gold. New Gold NGD. There it is. Oh man, it's up 12 cents today. I bought it at 140 something. I bought it. Okay, I sold it at almost $2, 197. I bought it back at 147, and it is up another 12 cents today, guys. Look at that. It's up another 12 cents. Wow. So that's one gear. New Gold. NGD.TO is another one. We have it here on our list. But I haven't been following. I think I'm going to create a watch list just for this channel, guys. Just so you guys could see, and it's all recorded. But I did buy NGD at 147, so that's why I'm up so much in my stocks. Because I did buy actually quite a bit in this stock. It's up 12 cents today. I actually bought quite a bit of this one. And at 147, I think, or 146. I got to check. I got to check my bank on my order history. But I am definitely and it's trending towards a buy on Yahoo. Look, they're trending this stock towards a buy. Holy crap. All right, guys. All right, so let's look at Lord Humungus stock. Here was NAK and TRX. So NAK, let's see if it did better than 12 cent gain. NAK, Northern Dynasty. Is it Northern Dynasty? Yeah, I think it's NAK. That's right. It is up 4 cents right now. And what did we had it at? 144. So last week we looked at NAK. Lord Humungus recommended it. It was at $1, and it was, we bought it at $1.44. This week it's at $1.47. So that's a 3-cent gain since we looked at it here on the show. Right? So let's look at the last 5-day. There it is there. And it is trending upwards right now. I don't know. Yeah, it's been on an upward trend since. If you got it down here at 89 cents, I would hold this stock. I would not let this stock go. NAK, Northern Dynasties Minerals. Now let's look at the other one that TRX was telling me. TRX. Let's look at TRX. Another one Lord Humungus was talking about. TRX. Tanzanian. This is the big one we're talking about. So this one's at 80 cents. And this is a really good one, Lord Humungus. It is now at 80 cents. Right now, US. 0.80 cents. And we would have bought it at 74 cents. So that's a 6-cent gain since we spoke last week on Monday. So we're doing a market wrap-up this morning. So there it is. So next week, we're going to look at BNP.T. We're going to look at these stocks. We're going to look at the BNP that I bought for Boavista. One that I bought for 14 cents. The one that's destroyed it at 33% down today at 14 cents. If it goes back to where it was, I'm a happy man. I really don't care. And then I bought this really weird stock for 1 cent, a pharmaceutical stock for 1 penny. It might go to zero tonight. Oh well. I put $1,000, and you know, if you don't play, you don't win. And that's gambling. BNP and HEM are gambling stocks. So when people talk about gambling, that's what gambling is right there, folks. All right, let's move on. General Electric is going back down. Yeah, baby. I got to check my short. I got to check my option on that. And then I gotta remind myself for Bombardier later. I'm keeping my eye on Bombardier. Yeah, I went down another cent. It's down 2 cents now. So I might buy this one for short to see if I could get this back, if it could go back to about 63 cents is what I'm hoping for to sell. All right, we got Aquarius in the house. Axel Rose is saying you should do Forex trading. Yeah, market's rocketing today, but markets are crashing too in some sectors. And I've been buying today. What I did, guys, if you haven't seen the beginning of the show, go back to the beginning, and I'm going to teach you guys how to gamble in the markets. Like, do not do what I told you. Only do it if you're willing to lose money. Do not do it, right? And if you don't spend money, you got to spend money. I learned this on Trailer Park Boys. You got to spend money to make money, okay? That's what they said on Trailer Park Boys. Okay, so let's go this. So I kind of want to throw this article up there for you guys because it's kind of important of where we are headed, as where humanity is headed. And it's scary. Scary, scary, scary. Over 1,000 health professionals sign a letter saying, do not shut down protests using COVID concerns as an excuse. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, let's let people protest. This thing maybe isn't as bad as we thought. Then they're all over Trump supporters, like stormtroopers into Poland. Now, Trump supporters crowd Tuzla ahead of Saturday rally. Despite of COVID concerns, Trump's campaign is making the rally and a day-long event complete with musical acts. So now they're going to get people a lot of out-of-state Trump supporters are going to go there. And they're going into how many people the virus killed. They're going into all this stuff and making Trump look like a bad guy. And that's why I want him to win no matter what. You know, is he going to help? Yeah, maybe. Is he going to? Who knows? Is he global? No. I'm not on that bandwagon. I'm on the bandwagon. I want this guy to win because the media has been bullying this guy for the last friggin' 4 years. They said he was, they said he wasn't going to win the election, so he won the election. And now they're all over him like stormtroopers into Poland, giving him a really tough time over this. But CNN goes and gets this article out where health professionals are signing a letter saying 1,000 health professionals don't shut down protests using COVID as a concern. The guy does a rally a peaceful rally, and look what happens. You're not gonna You can't win with the media. The media is too way biased, too one-sided media. Okay, we got wow, Aquarius. See Aquarius? She's saying, "Wow, the media is so bad." And what's concerning me now with the media, and it's been a very big problem here, even with the channel, is the media has been playing, when they have a hunch or when they theorize things, the media is taking hunches, theorizations, and publishing it as fact. And that's the scary part. And that's how you make a lot of money in these markets. That's how you make money, is following these damn trends. Like Gerald Celente, trends in the market. If you follow him, you'll learn a thing or two about the markets. But here it is: Trump supporters crowd Tesla ahead of Saturday rally. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. But I'm not shocked at all. It's just I'm in a point where it's like, who do you trust anymore? Who do you like? You know what I'm saying? It's all right. Let's go to back here real quick, guys, to the numbers for the day. Let's go over the numbers, guys, before we go into anything else. All right, guys. So if you're just tuning in, go back to the beginning of the show if you want to learn how to gamble in the stock market. And let's go back to article scan here. Okay, let's go over what the markets are at right now. So here you go, guys. Markets. TSX up 107 points, sitting at 15,587. The S&P 500 down negative 1304, sitting at 3,102. The Dow Jones is down 134.22 points, sitting at 25,945. Canada US dollar sitting at 73 cents trade, down 10 thousandths of whatever percentage point. It's down 1%. No, it's down 0.10%. Sorry. Crude oil up right now at 39.35 at 51 cents. Are we going to see a $40 barrel by the end of this month? I've been forecasting that we will see a $40 barrel. Bitcoin to Canadian dollar, we are to, I don't even know what that is in US. Then the CMC crypto 200 is at 190.62, up 1.19. Gold is past the 1750 mark at 1753, up $22.20 per spot ounce gold, troy ounce of gold. Russell 2000, 1,433.41. That's probably helping a lot of mutual funds up. A lot of mutual funds be looking green today. And the 10-year bond is up 0.01 at up 1.58% at 0.75. The Nasdaq is down negative 53, sitting at 9,893. And the volatility VIX is down 1.47 at 3147. And markets overseas, the FTSE in the UK closed at 6,292, up 68.53. The Nikkei 225 closed up in the green, also up 123 points at 22,478. And that's that for that. So let's go over some of the big stories here. China. What? Spying charges? China accuses Canadians held since 2018 on spying charges. Oh, okay. Do you remember those Canadians that went to China and then they were held during the Huawei girl got basically held or put in jail, or Canada had this thing with Huawei or whatever because America said that she was doing business with Iran or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, well, they're actually... Chinese authorities have indicted 2 Canadians on spying allegations, passing ahead with the case diplomacy entwined with the U.S. efforts to extrade. Okay, stocks pair gain. Crude oil returns from highs. Markets wrap. News on the move. Culbocher withdraws VP constriction. America Airlines bans flyers who refuse to wear masks. Russia cuts rate most in 5 years, and singles more easing. The Bank of Russia cuts interest rates by the most in 5 years and signaled another reduction is likely to help stimulate the economy. I don't know if going to 1 point, what is that saying there? 1.3, is that 3%? Where are the rates here? Russian cuts rates. So where are they here? Percentage rates. So there's the annual. Oh, that's annual inflation. Let me see. It's not giving us any percentage points there. How the Fed's bond buying will impact corporations. So it's kind of strange what happened with the bonds. The Feds were telling investors on Wall Street that basically if you go ahead, if bonds go bad or we start seeing things go bad, we're going to go ahead and buy up some bonds. And then a lot of people jumped into the equity markets on, what was it, on Wednesday this week. You start seeing a lot of equity movement, and then they started holding back on buying because then the bonds were like, oh, okay, maybe we're not going to buy so much anymore because the markets are looking like they're bouncing back. And then that held a lot of investors from investing. It's former CFTC chair, critically important for the U.S. dollar to adopt digitized and tokenized form. So this is it on the move 25 minutes ago. They're looking at going at a digitized currency in the United States and moving towards fully digitized currencies, right? Well, you have your tap on your debit card, right? You have your tap. You tap on your debit card. It's digitized currency when you do it like that, right? I'm not a fan of it, but that, yeah. We need more funding for police, says Missouri AG Schmidt. Yahoo Finance talks with Missouri attorney. Cheapskate struggling to survive, skips $13.5 million in payments. Cheapskate Energy, which has warned that it's unsure if it can survive much longer, failed to make a $13.5 million in interest payments. Interest payments that came due this week, according to the federal government. Oh my God. Wow. I like Cheapskate. Ah. All right, guys. We're almost halfway through the show. All right, let's go to Bloomberg Markets here. This is BNN. Robinhood's new traders ignore danger signs and bet on stocks. We'll get Lord Humungus on to talk about Robinhood and what's going on with that. Food inequality crisis deepens in the United States under pandemic's pressure. Again, they're using the pandemic to cover a food inequality and basically shutting down production to basically force a correction or get investors in. And there's only two ways. They could force this correction or they could get investors in. Wirecard's missing, billions forces out CEO. And then what else we got? Canadian retail sales dropped 26% during a full month lockdown. Quebec's long streak of balanced budgets ends in virus spending. Prince Edward County dodged a virus and now fears of influx of tourists. RBC Brookfield CEOs joined the push against Trudeau's travel rules. This will be good for Air Canada. I did pick up some Air Canada this morning, and it's up, I think, 16 cents last time I checked. Spotify, BlackBerry team on app with Canada and COVID milestone. Virus hits Trudeau's plan with 85% April drop new residents. So it's for Shopify's biggest bull says pandemic to lift stock to $1,000. So I did start signing up to Shopify for my store. I don't mind doing it. It's just a lot of extra work. I'm already doing my eBay store, which is very successful. Which reminds me, I got to go send out some mail when I'm done the show. But still. So here it is, guys. Let's jump into the Australian markets real quick. The All Ords closed 9.70. Markets will be opening in a couple hours. In about 5 hours, the markets will be open in 5 or 6 hours. The markets will be open in Australia. The All Ords are up 9.70 at 6,061. The ASX 200 at 5,942, up 6. Australian to US dollar, I've been keeping an eye on this. It's at 68 cents. It's pushing downwards quite a bit. Oil has just broke the $40 mark at 40.13. I did predict a $40 oil this month. Gold, 17.58, up 27.7. So are we going to see a 2,000 gold this year? So that's what's happening in Australia. So let's go and see what's happening there with some news. $19 Jetstar sale. Here's the full list of flights. So you could buy flights on Jetstar for $19, folks. Just how bad was a second wave of COVID? Again, second wave. Where's the second wave? We got all these protests across the world, and I haven't seen a second wave yet. And it's been over a week and a half to 2 weeks now since those major protests. ASX finishes flat after a turbulent week. Designer sales paints, guys, are on sale right now, 30% off. No one's fixing their homes. Federal government plans to jack up the price of some university degrees. Here's what it could mean for the sector. Again, federal government federalized student loans in Canada, Australia, America, and in the United Kingdom. And it's destroyed so many people. It's destroyed so many people's lives. You know, selling people. Back during the Clinton administration in his first term, especially because Hill Dog was backing him, they were pushing for student loans. They were pushing because it was federalized. They could charge the VIG, the interest on that. And that was a smart move because they federalized it, and that's money in the Fed's pockets. But what did it do? They pushed the student loan. They pushed, everybody in America should have an education. And that started during Clinton 1. Clinton 1 administration. Clinton 2, it got stronger. And then you had Hill Dog protesting, or not protesting, or going around the world telling how important education, no American left behind by education, and education is a must. And then they went over into the Obama administration, Barack Hussein Obama's administration from 1 and 2, basically preaching the student loans, how it's important, no American left behind, and no American should be left out of an education. And a lot of Americans bought that, and look what's happening. So here it is. Now, this is the federal government in Australia plans to jack up the price of some university degrees, and that's just more to pay, right? Forex dollar X weekly gains as infections snap up confidence. Mining giant Rio Tinto says it will launch a review of its heritage procedures after it blew up a 46,000-year-old Aboriginal cultural site in Western Australia. So they could have been out. It could have been by accident, but it happened. So they're going to have to settle for that. Usually, when it's the First Nations, they usually settle out of court. So here it is, guys. So here we go. We got Yahoo Finance. Where is this? This. Okay, this is the UK. Markets closed up in the UK. The FTSE 100 at 6,292. The FTSE 250 up. And we already went over that. So let's go over some business in the UK. US current account deficit edges down as COVID restricts trade. Royal Mail bosses to put stamp on company in results with little to smile about. London Metal Exchange fines warehouse firm ISTIM for volatiling. Violating. Damn it. But it's volatile. Volatiling warrant rules. The London Metal Exchange, again, they're always spoofing the metal markets and all that stuff. Said on Friday it had fined the warehouse operator £30,000 for violating aluminum warrant rules. So I don't know what they're doing there. Incoming Renault CEO flags turnaround challenge. Defend Earth from killer asteroid. That's more for Mike in the Night. The Glencore share price is down 36%. Is it worth buying? Who is Glencore? Let's see who Glencore is. That's in the UK, guys. Let's see what Glencore. Here it is. Equity from London. Woo! 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 That's 171 Great Britain pounds. That's like 250 Canadian dollars or 300 Canadian dollars. Yeah, I don't think so. So there it is right there. And let's see where it was at. No, this is definitely not. Does it have a dividend? Okay, it does have a dividend, a forward dividend yield. It is pretty high though. It's at 12%. So it does have a big forward dividend yield, but this is, I don't know, guys. I'm not looking at this anymore. Let's close her down. All right, let's move on to... All right, let's move on to... Where were we? We're going to look at American markets. Where did that go? Is that American markets? Take a look at American markets here. I like to use America last because, they're nice and nice chaps over there in America. So let's go here. Yeah, this is the America one. Yahoo Finance, is it? Yeah, we already went through it. China charges 2 Canadians, okay, for spying. Okay, in Huawei linked case. There it is. China is Wirecard CEO quits after auditors find 2.1 missing. Yeah, million missing. We went over this. So let's see if we could get Lord Humungus on the phone to talk about what's happening with this whole guys. Don't forget to set your reminders for Can't Read Market Talk. Reminders are here, guys. If you want to be watching the show or be part of the show, you're welcome. Let's get let's see who's here. Yeah, okay, we got Lord Humungus here. It looks like he's still in the comments. Lord, what's up, buddy?
Hi, Mikey. What are you doing, buddy?
Good to hear from you. Yeah, I'm gonna mail you out that bat coin, okay?
I like that bat coin. That would be the best, man.
Yeah, I'll send you that if you really want that bat coin so bad. Guys, Lord Humungus is talking about a video I made here if you're just tuning in. Mystery box. Let me go to article scan. Mystery box of silver. I picked up a silver box, and there's a little bit of gold plating in it, so I kind of wanted to... I made a video showing you guys mystery box. I'm going to leave a link in the comments if you guys want to open a window on the side to watch it. He wants the bat coin, so I'm just going to mail it to him.
That whole box that you got for $85 is well worth over like probably $1,300 or $1,400 combined.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I never really looked at what happened was, okay, let me tell you the story behind that box. Budweiser comes in and he's like, "Yo, Mike, I was cleaning out a couple of basically what he does is he goes, people like landlords would call him and say, there's a bunch of furniture and clothes and comics and magazines in this apartment. This specific guy actually moved to Armenia.
Oh, really?
He was a miner. He was working in town as a miner. So Buddy went and said, okay, I'm going to go clean this crap out. He takes you to the dumpster like he does, and he gets paid to take it to the dumpster, and he gets paid like $30 an hour. So he takes it over to the dumpster and starts pulling out the drawer so it's lighter, and he finds a box. Then he finds some other memorabilia stuff. I didn't really want the other memorabilia stuff because it was just, but he kept it for himself. So he got a coin, shook it, saw the coins, and like, oh, I'm gonna give this to Mike. So he came into the store 2 weeks ago, says, Mike, I got a box for you of coins. Remind me to bring it in. Just let me know on Facebook. I got it. I'll bring it in a few days. A few days goes by, doesn't bring it in. A week goes by, doesn't bring it in. Comes by, doesn't bring it in. Oh, I forgot it at home. It's on my desk. I'll bring it next time. Brings it next time and says, okay, man, give me $80 for this. And I look through it. Just give me $80. I'm happy. I'm like, okay, what do you need? Okay, no problem. Here's $80. I just kind of opened the lid and looked because I had customers in the store.
Yeah.
I opened the lid, moved my finger around. I'm like, okay, there's some stuff in here. I put the elastic back on, put it on the desk. Here you go, $80. And he went next door to buy some wacky tobacco because the marijuana store opened.
Yeah, I mean that happens. I mean, you would be amazed how many millions upon millions of dollars gets dumped in the landfills because of that very reason every year. Yeah. My dad was a trash man for the city. That was his career when I was growing up, and he found a box full of jewelry, gold rings. I don't know. It was probably he ended up selling everything for like $10,000 at the time, and this was in the 80s. People they don't know, man. And like people die and they'll throw out boxes and they could have all kinds of stuff in them, all kinds of gold. I mean, these landfills are probably loaded new gold mines with just the scrap gold and stuff that gets tossed out in the trash every year. I mean, I've seen millions of dollars get thrown away. Yeah. I mean, literally, Yeah. But yeah, that's an awesome find, man. And those Canadian copper cents from the 1800s are going to be really going up in value too, because no Canadians save those anymore. And you guys don't even have pennies, right? You guys don't use pennies.
We haven't
anymore?
had pennies in ages.
Yeah, and those are all copper. I mean, people discredit copper, but copper is another monetary semi-precious metal, and an industrial metal.
Mm.
You can't be throwing that stuff out for these zinc pennies. There's a reason behind that.
Yes, there's definitely a reason behind that. So, Lord, what's going on with Robinhood trading accounts? Or what's going on? You sent me a link to Robinhood. I was looking at it.
Yeah,
It's a
I
trading
don't think.
platform.
I guess Canadians can't do it, but I mean that's basically Robinhood's more of like a free deal. So like if you sign somebody up, they'd give you a free stock, and then you have a chance, like a 1 in 200 chance of getting like one of those really high stocks like Amazon at 1,700 or Microsoft or Apple at like 300.
Mhm.
So it's just a way to really spread the platform, and it was a good idea. But Robinhood, I have a real big problem with because they manipulate and they make their money off of their margins,
Mhm.
and they make the margins on options especially way out of range. I mean, they're just ridiculously overpriced, so you can really never make any money in the options. I basically use it to buy, some miners, junior miners, and just hold a little bit here and there, and it's a good mobile way to trade. And it's the
Mhm.
only way I can really trade right now at the time. So, but yeah,
Are you
no,
doing
it's
okay with your trading?
yeah. I mean, I would like to be doing more. I mean, I made a lot more last year. I
Mhm.
mean, before, it was a big sensation, and every millennial on the planet was buying Hertz with it.
Mhm.
You know, um, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really. The thing I did like about Robinhood is that they brought the no fees. So like when you trade stocks, you have to pay a transaction fee, right,
$10
to do the
bucks.
trade. Yeah, see, that's ridiculous. That's how these other brokerages rip you off. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So it's kind of a fine line. But other than that, I have an ATM through Robinhood. I had to get on a waiting list for it and stuff. So I'm kind of using that to my advantage right now, but it's still hard because I don't have a lot in there. I just use it to basically trade back and forth and hold some good miners that I know are coming up, like TRX and
Yeah, so let's
NAC.
go over TRX. So let's go over NAK first. So let's go over your pick from last week. So we're going from Lord Humungus pick from
No, these were picks from just Monday. We did the show
yeah,
Monday,
Monday.
so
Sorry,
it's
from Monday. I'm sorry, because we're doing a cleanup on Friday, right?
yeah. When I mentioned those on Monday's show,
It was a
if
buck
you would have
44.
bought, yeah, if you, no, I think it was lower than that, but if you would have bought in at that time, you would be somewhere in the range of 18% up right now. So if you put $1,000 down, what would that be like? What
Oh no!
18?
Yesterday it took a hold on. Let me look at yesterday. I think yesterday, yeah, it was on Thursday around 2 p.m. It actually went down to 141.
Yeah, but that's because of the market manipulation on the whole precious metals thing. These other jokers
Well,
on the com.
we just read an article from London. Some company is getting with aluminum. They're screwing around with markets in London.
Of course. Well, the LBMA is part of the problem and the Crimex. That's why you can't trust the spot price of metals. They're they're so undervalued. People look and take that as fact that that's what those precious metals are really worth. Where in reality, silver should be trading $200-300 right now per
Okay,
ounce.
okay, let's look at your other
Compared,
stock. Let's look at your other stock you mentioned. TRX, Tanzanian Gold Company.
yeah, that's a good deposit in Africa, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So and Jim Sinclair, I don't know if you know who he is, but his family basically is back when the Fed got started. So he's one of the banking family dudes, and yeah, he put $15 million of his own money into that company.
So
Um,
you told us about it on Monday at 74 cents. It's now at 80 cents.
exactly, it took that huge gap up. So if you had a couple grand sitting in there, you could have taken that profit, put a stop loss order in, and
Yeah.
you'd be sitting up high instead of being down 2 grand. You know what I'm saying?
So there it is right there, and it's sitting at 80 cents right now. And
Mike,
I did short General Electric. I have to go into I didn't check my options this morning. I because my bank breaks it down from details,
yeah.
portfolio, options, and it breaks it down weird. So and then it gives you a full lump sum at the bottom. So I did short GE on Monday.
Yeah, but Mike, you need to learn how to use stop loss orders. So, like, if you get like a big jump, like let's say you bought into NAC and it went up 5 cents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you on Robinhood, you can put in stop loss
Yes,
orders.
you
I don't know
can.
how you're. I don't know how your trade or bank works, but
I
that's
don't
how
think
you.
it lets me do with my banking, but it does have options. I could look into that, but I'm not playing that much of a spread. I'm just looking at what I'm doing, and I know you're gonna go against what I did this morning,
Right.
where I bought the BNP,
Yeah.
Boavista Energy Company. I bought this morning. It's still at 12. I bought it at what was it? What did I buy BNP at? Okay, I bought it
And
at
then other.
14 cents. It's down to 12. It's down 40% right now, but it looks like it's taking a small uptick. Let me look at the 1 day here.
I'll buy buying stocks under $1 is risky, but you know what? I would not buy a penny stock, especially a big pharma stock. I would have got out of that. I would have saved that $1,000 and moved it into some junior miners or something that's going to produce you.
No, look. Let's look at the penny stock. So, guys, this is gambling. So, what I do is I go down to the bottom and I always pick the losers of the day. Okay, and I pick a big loser. This is a big loser. It's down 40%. Lord, all I'm asking for is this thing to go back to 22 cents that it was yesterday. So
Yeah, but that's
I'm not asking
right.
it in 1 day, Lord. I'm not asking it in 1 day. Maybe in a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at short-term trading here. Okay, so if you want to make the cash, you have to be able to get in and out of your positions within a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So you lock in those games. That's the way I trade. I don't put them on penny stocks that are going to take 5 years to go to 5 cents.
No, 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 no. This one was sitting steady at 22 cents for the last since before COVID. Before COVID, it was at 70 cents.
Yeah, and the airlines are all affected. I would not touch the airlines right now because of the COVID and
Let's look at
the
right
trans
now. Air Canada. I
the
picked up
whole
some.
sector is getting the whole sector across the board is getting hammered. It's been getting hammered for like the last 5 months. Warren Buffett pulled out of airline stocks. I mean, you got to follow what these clowns do,
Yeah.
even though they have all kinds of inside information all the time. They know what's going to happen. Warren Buffett is not some brilliant genius investor. He's just an old man that has a lot of inside connections and
Mm-hmm.
he gets inside information. That's why he's this big billionaire.
Well,
It all goes back to the money printing and the central banks, man.
well,
That's what you got to watch.
well. I'm waiting on announcements right now with Air Canada. So I did buy. What did I buy Air Canada this morning? I think I bought it at 18.41. So it's sitting at 18.56 right now. I'm still in a gain, right? I could sell it if I want. I want to wait over the weekend for an announcement because usually when they do announcements over the stupid weekend or after the markets close, and if it's a good one, the stock usually goes up to $22 and I sell it. I've already sold it twice at $22.
Well,
So,
good. As long if it goes up to 22, put your stop loss order in for like 22, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Right below where it closes on Friday. But that'll protect you going into Monday because a lot of times these clowns they have the digital, they control the markets, man, and they can push down any stock they want to. And
Mhm.
that's where they clean out. That's where they clean out the Joe Schmo investor that thinks he's so great at investing.
Yeah.
And then he loses $750,000 and throws himself in front of a train, like with that Robin Hood guy.
Mhm.
That kid didn't know what he was doing, but these gangsters, they don't care. Wall Street does not care, and the banks don't care, and they don't care if you live or die. That's the whole point, you
Okay.
know.
Let me ask you now. I want your opinion on this one that I brought up earlier. I kind of opened two different articles to kind of compare with you guys. So this is the first article from CNN Health. Over 1,000 health professionals sign a letter saying don't shut down protests using COVID concerns as an excuse. And then we follow up in today's Tusla rally today. This Saturday is going to be a day-long rally for Trump supporters. And the MSNBC is just basically destroying Donald Trump for having a peaceful rally and a presidential rally, but they destroy him for that, but they don't care about the big protests with hundreds of thousands and millions of people across the country.
America is so screwed up. There's so many left wing brainwashed communists that run these big corporations, and they're doing whatever they can do to take him out. I mean, I've seen worse presidents than what he's done, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But the left hates him so much that they want to get him out of there so badly that they'll do whatever it takes, even if that means burning down all the cities to these left communist BLM groups. They're all like inside operations, man. They're communists and Marxists.
Hmm.
Don't look at it for skin color, because Black Lives Matter is a George Soros funded operation. It has been for a long time.
Yeah, I think
And they put
actually Peter Schiff brought that up on the Schiff report the other day.
He's right. Well,
Hmm.
he's right about that,
Hmm.
and it's amazing the brainwashing that's going on with the general public, that has been going on for decades. That's how they keep us all enslaved, and there's no freedom in that at all.
Hmm.
You know, but yeah, stay away. I mean, I know Trump's in a corner. He's I don't know. I think it could go one or two ways. Either he wins by a huge landslide, because Americans finally wise up to the tricks of the communist left and figure out what a scam this whole thing is. Plus the whole COVID thing, man. It's like the World Health Organization,
Yeah.
Bill Gates, all that. Those clowns are just laughing because of the trillions upon trillions of dollars, or billions, that they're going to make, on this whole scam. And they're in bed with China. Bill Gates, all those guys, they're communists. They love destroying America. That's what their goal is. And if they're going to do it through their mega corporations, whatever, I would tell everybody to short big tech, because big tech is a toilet bowl.
Hmm.
It's based in San Francisco. Look at what they've done. They've already softened all of the real estate on the West Coast. There's a reason for that. We've been under attack from Chinese government. They want to implement the 5G kill grids, and getting everybody social distance. These are all communist black bloc tactics.
Hmm.
Americans better wise up, man, because we are losing our country, and it's going to become the country of Chaz, like in Seattle.
Okay.
Even
Chaz is good. Chaz is like a good thing for the rest of the world to see how imbecilic people are, or how these imbeciles, like,
yeah.
yeah.
I say leave them alone. Let's see how good they can really function. They've got the big media in their pocket. They're already making Muppet cartoons, talking about how Black Lives Matter, and why is it just Black Lives Matter? Don't all human beings matter? Does it matter on the color of your skin,
Hmm.
or are people going to keep falling for this propaganda they spew through the mainstream media channels? It's just ridiculous.
Okay, so earlier in the show, I saw you in the comments. So you saw this Bombardier airline that does build stuff. You did comment in there. They made jet skis. Was it jet skis?
Yeah, they made good jet skis back in the 90s, but you know what? They've been going downhill ever since. Just like there's all kinds of companies like that, Mike.
Hold on, no. 46-cent share right now, and it's down 2 cents right now. It might be a good. I'm going to tell you why this might be a good buy, because they employ 53,900 Canadians, and the federal government always bails them out. They get a bailout, you cash out.
Yeah, but how long is that going to last when you have 50 million Americans unemployed, and 1.5 million just filed claims that haven't even gone through yet? That's what I'm trying to say. The manufacturing, Bombardier is more of a manufacturing company. They were. That's why they got destroyed in the 90s when they were shipping all the jobs out to China and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It all plays in. I wouldn't touch manufacturing, even American right now. I wouldn't be buying into any of their stocks, because at any time this whole thing's going to roll over, and the charts are pointing to that. If you look at it's like a triple top formation since 2000, the last 2008, crash, and that was in housing. But right now, big tech is so overvalued. They got $1 trillion caps on the big companies like Microsoft, Bill Gates, Apple, Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon has destroyed the transportation business in America, which is the lifeblood. They've tried to squeeze out all big trucking firms with their stupid Prime delivery. That's all I see now is these dumb Prime delivery.
I love
bans.
Uber Eats.
Yeah. And
the
Amazon,
delivery drivers eating some of the food, chowing down on some of the food before they drop it off.
Yeah, but Mike, these are the big corporations that are in for the bailouts. They're the first ones They get all this funny money printed up by the Fed, to boost their stocks. Same with Microsoft. I think they've all been subsidized for a very long time. Apple, Google. Google takes away your privacy. There's big antitrust going on right now with Google. They're trying to enslave the free thinking individual, and that's the problem I have with this whole thing. And they want to control everything, and it's not going to work. It's going to fail ultimately.
Okay, we got. I have an announcement to make here on the channel real quick, because Low Roller Scratcher actually made a very good announcement. So I'm going to announce it here on the channel. I may even make a video just to wake people up. Send all homeless people to Chaz. Chaz offering free food to everyone. So if you are homeless or down on your luck, and you, by some weird reason, you're picking up this transmission, head up north to Chaz. If you're in California or Oregon, they are handing out free food at the what do they call that during the movie that movie Red Dawn? Liberation Zone?
Oh, the Liberation. Yeah,
the Liberation Zone is offering free food to homeless. Get over there now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, is it a Liberation Zone or is it a FEMA camp? You got to ask yourself that question. Are these walls being built to keep Americans in or out? Which one?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
How does the postman deliver the mail there?
If Chaz is legitimate, then I want to apply for refugee status and a Chaz passport.
Passaporte.
Yeah, so I can travel. And they need to set up their own banking system. You know what I'm saying? Then I would join.
Oh, okay. It says the Metal Gear Mark III says that there are homeless already in Chaz, but they're all getting kicked out.
Oh yeah, see, because it's only about Black Lives Matter, and you have to give your $10 to every Black American that you see, even if they weren't involved in slavery or never were a slave.
Here's the problem with this, Lord. You know how I sum it up? You know what I say to a lot of people?
Yeah.
People are asking me at the store the other day, oh, what do you think of this rallies and stuff? It's like, no. You see, this whole thing, whatever happened, okay, the slavery that happened, the whatever happened, wars, conflicts, it's their war. It's their conflict. It's not our... Lord, this is not mine and yours conflict. This is not mine, yours, and Leroy, and Tiffany, and J-Dog's conflict. It was their conflict back in the day. This has nothing to do with us today.
It's not even those idiot rioters and BLM provocateurs either.
It's none of those people. They weren't even around then. So it's not their conflict. They're bringing a conflict that happened and making it theirs now, when it's not. It was their fight. We could just be at peace with each other, like a long time ago. We've been at peace for a long time, and then all this crap keeps happening.
Mike, that's because they are psychologically brainwashed in Marxism and Leninism and all that stuff. How come they're not tearing down? How come they're tearing down Confederate statues, right? And they're focusing all that when there's a dang statue of Lenin sitting right in Seattle that's been there for years. Are they tearing that one down? Where's the freedom in Leninism? These are all communist ideologies. That's what free Americans are trying to battle against right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's the psychological brainwashing that half of these nutcases, from Antifa to BLM, they're all psychologically brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very dangerous for them because they're going to pull the strings in the wrong town and they're going to get wiped out. And that's just the bottom line.
Very interesting. Guys, okay, Lord, we're going to let you go, and I'm going to wrap up the show.
Yeah, God bless.
We'll talk soon. Guys, don't forget to support Lord Humungus on Patreon. I'm one of his supporters. Put your link there in the comments, okay?
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, don't forget to support Lord Humungus. He's going through a pretty tough time right now, and a couple of dollars a month doesn't hurt. Actually helping somebody physically. Okay, guys, before we wrap up the show today, we're wrapping up our hour here. Guys, don't forget, I'm going to put 2 links in the comments. I'm having a really tough time. Trends in the housing market got almost no views. It was one of the lowest viewing trends in the housing market since my second episode, episode 2. We're in episode 220-something, and it's never gotten this bad. And it was a good show. We got a lot of good callers in. So guys, if you're out for the day, or if you're if you're not out and about today, go ahead and watch Trends in the Housing Market from Wednesday's show. A lot of good stuff. We talk about California. We talk about 3 articles from California and big reforms happening in housing in California. We talk about Toronto and Canada. We talk about Vancouver. We talk about Ireland. We talk about Australia, New Zealand a bit. So we do cover a little bit of everything. So if you missed last Trends in the Housing Market, please go. And guys, don't forget to watch the mystery box video on gold and silver. If you guys don't mind, here it is, guys. Go ahead and watch the mystery box video here. If you can, please. I'm wearing my Jamaica shirt there. I got that shirt when I was in Jamaica. Anyways. Someone, Axel Rose is asking, is the special caller calling in tomorrow night? I don't know. That's the Borealis from Mike in the Night tomorrow. Set your reminders, guys. Borealis comes in view. There's somebody I've been trying to get on the show for a little while. I've been working it for a while. And this person is very famous, right? So he does watch the show, though. He does watch the show. And I was begging him to come on the show. And here's the set your reminders for tomorrow night's show, guys, for Borealis comes into view. Borealis comes in view. Here it is, an article scan. Go ahead and set your reminders right there. I left you guys the link. Axel Rose says, "I'll buy the mystery box off you for $300. You make 4 times your money back." I'm keeping it. I'm just gonna give it to my kids. I don't even need it. I'm just gonna make sure my children have something I could hand down to them, like my late father, handed down to my mom and took care of her and stuff. It's coming to the 1-year anniversary and it's getting tough, So guys, set your reminders for Borealis Comes in View show. Here is I'm going to give you guys the link to it to set your reminders for Mike in the Night. Hopefully we don't have some sort of weird internet bizarro, you know what I'm saying? So Mr. Roboto C keeps saying, Mike, article scan sentence makes no sense. Yes, it does. Because I could host this show in Portuguese and I could host this show in Spanish. Buenas tardes, felicidades todo el mundo. Bienvenido el show, el programa de Mike Martins aquí. Estamos hablando en los mercados. ¿Qué está pasando con lo oro, plata y qué está pasando con lo aceite? Siéntate para atrás porque estamos juntos por 1 hora platicando sobre los mercados que está pasando. So I could just do this in Spanish, I could do this show in Portuguese, and I could do this show in English, right? Okay, so article scan is right English, right? Unless you could do this show in 5 different languages, you go ahead and let me know. That's because you don't have Hill Dog, says Serenity now. Guys, go to the beginning of the show if you're just tuning in. If you're tuning in, go to the beginning of the show if you can, and go ahead and watch how I gamble in the stock market. I've made some pretty big shekels doing a little bit of gambling. Do not do this unless you're willing to lose money. I don't want to be responsible. If you're looking to lose money, go ahead and see what I did at the beginning of the show. I do not recommend it because it's very dangerous. Anyways, guys, signing off for Friday's Can't Read Market Talk wrap-up. Go ahead and set your reminders for next Monday's show. We're going to look at a couple of stocks. I'm going to make a watch list for the show so we could go into the show and we could watch our watch list of actual stocks that I have and that ones that we're following here. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys, and article scene is the scene Mike set up. Yeah. Yes, it is. Article scan. It's my article scan here. Anyways, thank you, Adam Hamund, for bringing that up. Yeah, I know Joe Biden's advertising on my channel. A lot of people in Florida are telling me this that watch me in Florida. It's kind of funny how I get like no views on my videos, but I have all these people from all over the world watching me. It's kind of weird how nobody watches the channel, but everyone on the numbers that YouTube gives me, but everybody watches it when it gets to feedback. I get 10 emails a day. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, guys, stay safe, and if you can't stay safe, be careful. I'll see you guys live from